Hey guys, how you going? This is episode 11. 10 of these and one of them. 11 of the Diary of a Serial Child. I'm in our renovated workout area with some weights and some bike riders and some sit-up thingamadoogers and some fat burner machines over here. And what I'd like to share with you today is a little bit of a harder story. It's a little more on the painful side for me personally. It's about forgiveness. And I'm presently in a wonderful relationship with my wife, soon to be of 16 years. Let's hear celebration sound. 16 years. Now, I've not always had good, successful relationships. I've actually had one that was actually quite painful. I resented that person and I had unforgiveness for them. And what it was like is if this bag was my heart, it was like every time that person did something to me, I put a weight in it. And they would say something and it would just hurt me. I would just keep, and this was a big one. Obviously there's different types of unforgiveness. Oh, shoo me. My heart was broke. It was broke, but I still had unforgiveness and I kept piling it in there. And eventually it got to the point where I just was so angry and had so much unforgiveness for this person that it started coming out. And I started treating other people wrong and unkind. You know the saying, hurt people hurt people? Well, I wasn't a Christian at that time. I didn't know Jesus. So I just kept piling it in. Just kept holding on to it. And eventually one day, I couldn't handle it anymore. I broke. And I realized the only one that could handle all of my unforgiveness is the one in the whole world that wanted to take it from me. I just wrecked a perfectly good bag. But I think you got the point. Me having unforgiveness for someone is like me being lactose intolerant, drinking milk and hoping that person gets diarrhea all day long. Or hitting myself in the head with a hammer and hope they get a headache. Unforgiveness hurts me and it hurts you more than it hurts the other person. They might not know. It's not up to them to come and ask for forgiveness. You know why I say that? Because the Bible says that God has forgiven you and me. He's reconciled. He has come to the party and said there is no alienation between me and you. You and me are sinners. We naturally have unforgiveness for people. It's not in us to forgive. It's not natural. Forgiveness, the Bible says, is a gift from God. Remember that last episode. God's going, hey, I've sent Jesus. He is my forgiveness toward you. He was nailed to that cross, and what did he say? He stretched out his arms and said, I love you this much. And out of his mouth, he said, forgive every person right here, right now. You know what? Eventually, I did conclude that God had a better plan for me, and it included my heart being broken, number one, and being given to him, number two. When he gave me my heart back, he gave me a new heart. The Bible says that everyone who has a believing and trusting relationship with God is a new creation. Old things have passed away. And I didn't carry that weight anymore. And you know that person that I had absolute unforgiveness for and hatred and anger? We ended up sitting down and having a meal together. We squared everything away. It was great. And he's gonna do, has done, and will continue to do the same thing in you if you choose to believe it. That's it. Forgiveness begins with you and me when we accept that God has reconciled himself to us. He's totally cleared our slate between him and us. And as that result happens, we say, I accept what you've done for me. And that whole burden just falls away. You saw what happened there. Before you pillow your head tonight, just ask God, hey, my heart's burdened. It's too heavy. I need a new one. Can you give me a new heart? I accept Jesus. And you are going to be a new person, starting from the inside out. And God will begin to change the way that you think about other people, and that changes the way we treat other people. And I'm only who I am today because of who God is today to me. God's always been that way, but I've come to conclusion about that through the gospel, the good news about Jesus. So I hope you guys were encouraged by this message today, and it was real in my life, the unforgiveness, and so was the forgiveness. So we love you guys, and we'll catch up to you next time for the next episode. Thanks so much. See you now. God bless. Bye.